Hello and welcome to the Dutchin channel. First of all, I'm just going to run through tomorrow's racing, and for your enjoyment I will be uploading the full races after they finish of Huntingdon, Down Royal and Wexford. But the two race meetings in the UK tomorrow, as I've already said, one of them Huntingdon, the other one is Chepstow. So I'm just going to go through those races for tomorrow and give you my hints or tips or selections, whatever you want to call it. And we'll start off with the meeting at Chepstow. I'm not going to show you the prices on Betfair because last night was a complete waste of time looking at the prices because the liquidity wasn't there, the prices weren't there. Maybe from tomorrow or something I'll use Odds Checker and we'll have to do it through the high street bookmakers. But in the evening, unless it's a big meeting, it's most probably a waste of time to do it. So starting with the first race at Chepstow tomorrow, this is the 1:15. So we'll click on Chepstow anyway, and we'll start from there. Just in case there's any non-runners that I don't know about. But the 1:15 race has 7 go to post, but we've got a horse called Laughing Lady. Come on, load quicker than this. Alright, and there you can see no race record for this horse. I don't bet in races if there's no form on one of the horses. Alright, because time and time again I see it as no form. You've got an odds on favourite like you got in this race tomorrow, and suddenly this one will win at 33 to 1, and I don't get involved in them. I've seen too many go wrong over the years. So in the first race, you'll see there that I've got no bet written on that. So we're going to the second race tomorrow at Chepstow. 10 go to post here for a handicap chase. And in the second race here, my selection is Esapati, something like that. So that will be my first selection to win. And in the racing post, that is 12 to 1 tomorrow. These aren't real prices. This is just the betting forecast that they give in the racing post. Then the second selection I've given is Imperial Alex, which is currently 5 to 2 favourite. And my third selection from that race would be Lermoos Legend. And Lermoos Legend, that's currently 8 to 1. So that'll give you an idea tomorrow of what I think is going to come in that race. Moving on to the 2:25, 7 go to post here, and again this is a maiden hurdle. And into the third race, and my top selection is Haiti Coolers, and that is currently 7 to 4 favourite in the racing post. And our second selection would be Land Genie, and currently that's 5 to 2. So that's the two selections I would give you in that race. Then as we move along into the third race, the 3 o'clock here, again 7 go to post, and this is a handicap hurdle. And this time we've gone for Sedge Wren. That's our top selection, Sedge Wren. And that's currently 6 to 1 in the betting forecast in the racing post. And our second selection is Sammy's Guarantee. And that is 11 to 2. So that's our two selections for the 3 o'clock. Then we're going to move into the 3:35, There's 5 that go to post here for a handicap chase. And our number 1 selection is Happy and Fine. And Happy and Fine is currently there 4-1 in the betting forecast in the racing post. And our second selection is Scene 1. And this is the outsider, but only 5-1. Then we will move on to the 4-10. 7 go to post here for a handicap chase. And our top selection in the 4-10 will be Ballybean. And Ballybean currently 5-2 favourite in the betting forecast in the racing post. And the second selection is Folgurix. And Folgurix is currently 8-1. So that's the 2 selections we've got in that race for you. Now we'll move down to the 4:45, and you can see we've got this problem again, and it normally happens in a National Hunt flat race where you've got plenty of horses that haven't run before and I don't get involved. As much as you could say, yeah, that one's won last time, this has come second twice, these are the problems, these 4. So it's another race where I won't be getting involved in. So that's that. Now, the shortest price is going to be my nap, but I don't know if that's going to be at Chepstow or Huntingdon. And so far, the shortest price one I've got a 232 there and a 262. Yep, so the 232 is my best bet so far. That's without working out Huntingdon. That's Haiti Coolers, so we will come back to that in just a moment. So we'll just get rid of the Chepstow card. That was the last race. And now we're going to move into Huntingdon. And this is the second of 2 meetings being run in the UK tomorrow, which is Sunday. And we're doing this on Saturday the 16th of March 2024, and the time at the moment is 23 minutes past 9 in the evening. So into Huntingdon, in the first race, the 132, 8 go to post here for a handicap chase. And our top selection here is Super Styling. And Super Styling in the betting forecast in the racing post is showing 11-4 favourite. Then our second selection is Yellow Jacket. And Yellow Jacket is joint 3rd favourite at 7-2. And our third selection is Ferry Bridge, which is 10-1. So that's those 3 horses for the 132. And the shortest price you can see in column Z, 508, is what we think the SP of the favourite should be. But as for terms of doing our nap, the 232 is still the lowest price, and we've still got a few races to go, so we'll see if we can beat that. Right, moving into the 207, 11 go to post here for a handicap hurdle. And our top selection in the 207 is No Way Pedro. And No Way Pedro is 8-1. And that's on the betting forecast in the racing post. Then our second choice will be Glance at Me. And Glance at Me is also an 8-1 chance. And our third selection is Sailed Away, and that is 4-1 favourite. So that's the 3 in the 207. And now we'll move down to the 242, where there's 16 go to post in a maiden hurdle. So we'll move along here, and we can see again the price there is not going to be anywhere near we want for a nat bet. And moving into the 242, our top selection here is Motazen. And Motazen in the betting is 8-1. That's in the betting forecast, again in the racing post. Our second selection is Arthurian Fable, which is second favourite at 4-1. Our third selection will be Land Afar, which is 6-1. And our fourth selection is Patanita. And Patanita is also 6-1. So that's four selections I've given you there for the 242. The price again, 272 on the RSP. So that's not going to make a nat bet. Now we're going to move to the 317 at Huntingdon. This is 5 runners go to the post for a handicap chase. And our top selection is Loup de Mord. And Loup de Mord is showing at 9-4. This is favourite in the betting forecast for the racing post. And our second selection there would be Regard, which currently says 3-1. And in the MySP, this is the shortest price now than the last one. This is 2.14. So we'll come back to this race unless anything's any shorter. And in the next race at Huntingdon, which is the 352, 7 go to post here. A handicap hurdle. And our top selection here is Vitani. And Vitani is currently 4-1 in the betting forecast in the racing post. And our second selection would be Totter Down. And that's currently 16-1 outsider. And then the last race, and again it's one of these races that closes every meeting near enough. It's the National Hunt flat race, and I don't need to show you, but Afterfield haven't run before, and as you'll know by now, that doesn't interest me at all, so that will be a no bet. So I'm going to run through all those races again, just a quick recap. There's no bet in the first race at Chepstow, the 115. In the second race, the 1350 or the 150, Essipati, Imperial Alex, Lermoos Legend are our selections there. Then in the 225 at Chepstow, Haiti Coolers and Land Genie. In the 3 o'clock at Chepstow, we've got Sedge Wren and Sammy's Guarantee. Into the 335, we've got Happy and Fine and Scene 1. In the 410 at Chepstow, we've got Ballybean and Folgurix. In the 445 at Chepstow, this is another no betting race. In the first race at Huntingdon, we've got Super Styling, Yellow Jacket and Ferry Bridge. In the 207 at Huntingdon, No Way Pedro, Glance at Me and Sailed Away. Then the 242 at Huntingdon, we've got Motazen, Arthurian Fable, Land Afar and Patanita. In the 3:17 at Huntingdon, we've got Luke de Maud and Regard. In the 3:52 at Huntingdon, we've got Vitani and Totterdown. And in the final race, the 4:27, this is a no betting race. So going back to tomorrow's best bet, and don't forget, if you followed me in today, Camsenus, I think you pronounce it, or Camsenus, it won at Kempton at 5-2. That was the nap of the day. And the nap tomorrow is not as good as the price as the last one, as yesterday's one. But our nap, we're going to stick with the 3:17 at Huntingdon, Loop de Maud. So that's both meetings covered tomorrow in the UK. So you've got your tips and your selections there you can play around with. And as I said to you, with the meetings that we got tomorrow, after the races have finished, I will be downloading or uploading the results or the whole race to watch again from Down Royal, Huntingdon and Wexford. They'll be available, I would say, somewhere around 10 minutes after each of those races have been run. So thanks for watching, and hopefully we can all back some winners tomorrow.